Ladies and gentlemen, football season is upon us. And as you can see, we got ourselves on the board a little whippersnapper. Here at Scoreboard Keepers, we like to make predictions before the season even starts. We'll be right back. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Scoreboard Keepers. You're around here, we keep the seats. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard Keepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, football season is upon us. It's upon us. We like to make predictions before the year starts. You know, that's what we do here. We like to pride ourselves in noticing talent. We don't just we're not that biased around here where we can't recognize talent for other teams. Like I said, here at Scoreboard Keepers, we talk about everything. Even though we may have our personal favorites around the league as a team, as a franchise, as Super Bowl champions, you know, but we won't hesitate to talk about fresh talent coming in the league. And let me tell you something here at the Scoreboard Keepers. This should only take us 10 minutes. We're going to get this clock rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid right here to our right, and you see who's on the board, this Terrion Arnold, the 24th overall pick of the NFL draft of 2024. Isn't that something? The 24th pick of 2024. Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I just noticed that. Ladies and gentlemen, this former standout out of Alabama, cornerback, I'm telling you, he is going to be a future All-Pro. The teams that passed on him when they had a chance to get him really made a mistake. They really made a mistake. They were going after particularly the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, who drafted 2 cornerbacks before and while he was still on the board. They drafted 2 defensive backs while he was still on the board. And I'm telling you, this one right here, this guy right here is the real deal. I'm going to give myself a point for that. I was surprised. I was surprised at the Eagles taking Cooper DeJean before Terrion Arnold. I really was surprised. Because if you want somebody that can actually put their foot in the ground and break on balls and have the length and height and weight and work ethic for your team, this was your guy. This was your guy. And the Detroit Lions, you guys got a player here. You guys got a player here, and I believe that he's immediately plug and play. He's immediately plug and play. I don't believe that he's going to get there and sit behind anybody. I believe he's going to make a lot of noise when camp comes down. I believe that he can possibly be a shutdown. And if the Detroit Lions can put him in there and he can contribute and he can shut down one side of that field, you're talking about some problems here. Because as talented as the Detroit Lions are already, and then you add a guy like this to your repertoire, man, you talking about getting right back to where you were. It's another point for me. You're talking about getting right back to where you were, you know, possibly facing the 49ers again. It could be a rematch. But I think that the Detroit Lions have a very talented defense already. I know they lost C.J. Gardner-Smith. But you put this guy in here, you know, you mix him up in there, you can really you can really do some special things with your defense, not having to worry about his side of the field. 6 foot and 196 pounds and a sure tackler, and you coming out of a good program like Alabama, the Crimson Tide, you're working with something. Now, I don't know if he's ever, I don't know if he's ever seen some of the type offenses that he's going to see within the NFL, but that's what camp is for, and that's what films are for. And if he can make that adjustment, I think this kid's going to be fine. But I got him being as a future all-pro athlete. And I think when we look back at this draft that just passed, I believe a lot of teams are going to say, 23 of those teams are going to say, this is the one that we missed. Because I believe that he is that special. And he made a comment today saying that, that his testing was a no joke for the Detroit Lions. And he quotes said that this team is really trying to win a Super Bowl. So he already knows what the bar is set at. He already knows what the ceiling is there. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. They're talking Super Bowl talk over there. So if he can come in there and get behind some of them guys and learn that scheme. And I mean, he's already going to be facing one of the best receiving corps in the league, one of the best passing attacks in the league. So just imagine how much that's going to sharpen his skills on a daily basis, facing that in practice. I mean, if you're facing that in practice on a daily basis, you're not going to see too much better on a Sunday. You're not going to see too much better than what you're seeing in practice on any given Sunday. I mean, you got some really good wide receivers, and of course, Jared Goff loves to sling that thing around the field. But it's going to be very interesting to see how he can, how he will transact and his game and transcend his game over to the NFL level. I believe that he's going to come in, and I believe that he's going to be possible rookie of the year. He can possibly be rookie of the year at that position. He get a couple of interceptions under his belt because this kid, if you ever watched him in college, man, I'm telling you, he's on it. He is on it. His plant, his breaks, and his eyes, and his vision, and the things that he sees, his instincts, they're all there. They're all there. They are all there, and his work ethic, So I really think the Detroit Lions did a good job in getting this guy, and getting somebody in there as talented as he is, because he wasn't going to last on the board much longer than 24. I can't see it. I know not too long after that, I believe that the Baltimore Ravens were up, and they took a defensive back out of Clemson. So, and I'm pretty sure they were probably hoping that Terrion Arnold fell to them, but he wasn't going to last that long. It was such a strange draft where you had teams coming right out of the gate, taking players that nobody, expected, especially the Atlanta Falcons. So once you have a team like that can come out of the gate and do something weird or do something that goes against the grain, the doors open, the floodgates open up. If you got a good recruiting, and scouting staff, you'll be able to pick up some gems within that draft based off of a team like the Atlanta Falcons doing something that nobody expected and drafting a quarterback. When you do something like that, it changes the trajectory of what everybody would think they're going to do. But I love this. I love this pick right here. I think that he'll come in and surprise a lot of people. His man coverage is amazing. He does not mind getting up in the chest of people. Strong kid, very strong, long arms. And when you come out of Alabama, of course you have to be a tackler. So, and he seems like he's pretty tough. And that's what you want most of all. You want some durable players that can come out there and, the NFL schedule can be a grueling year. That can be a grueling season for some people. But I believe that he will not have any problems adjusting. I don't believe that he'll have any problems adjusting. And I know the Detroit fans the Detroit Lions fans are ecstatic about this guy. I would love to hear some people from Detroit come in and comment on this video and tell me what do you guys like about this kid the most? What are you expecting from him? Do you expect him to start? Do you think he will be do you think he will easily gel within this defense that's already in Detroit? Another thing that people don't ask also is, how do you think he will fare on turf when he's used to playing on grass? Because there is a difference. There's a difference. I know a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that, but they had the fastest show on turf for a reason. And those things do make a difference. I mean, I know some people don't care where they play, but that has to make a difference at some point, because some players just can't play outside. And to be honest with you, Jared Goff has that knock also. I remember when he was coming out, they would say that he had small hands and he wasn't able to hold on to the ball. And, for players like that, where you don't have to worry about the elements or the conditions, you don't have to worry about losing the ball. No rain, snow, the elements are perfect. I know that he played, Terrion Arnold played outside, but I would like to know how you guys think he will, how you think his game will transcend to the turf. And what do you think that what will be his biggest impact to the Detroit Lions? How will he benefit them the most? So Detroit Lions fans, if you're out there, I would definitely like for you to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And I would like for you, as you can see, that's our 10 minutes. So 10 minutes is up. I would like for you guys to come over here, like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on Terrion Arnold. We here at the Scoreboard Keepers, we think that he's going to be a future All-Pro. And I believe that he was the best corner in the draft. I believe that he is the best corner in the entire draft. And I'm saying it right now. In a few years from now, this will be the one that got away from 23 other teams. People, that concludes our broadcast at Scoreboard Keepers. Like, share, and subscribe, as I said, and we'll see you on the next broadcast. Good luck, Terrion Arnold.